What what is up, party people? And we are back with a brand new edition. I know y'all bitches missed me. I know you missed me yesterday. But you know what? I missed you too. I did. I felt, you know what? It's like one of those when it's like a tradition. Thanks, girl. Thanks. When it's like a tradition, it's like I feel so off when I'm not here. So that's all right because we are back. All right, and I hope everybody had an amazing Father's Day. Let's be real with each other for a sec. I did actually. I had a very amazing Father's Day. They're fucking long. Okay, they're long. I was very deceived, and so I feel like I have claws. So, anyway, thanks guys, thanks. I like it too, it's different, but I got the thumbs up from my daughter and she's like my worst critic. So the fact that she liked him, I was like, okay, sick. We're on that shit. So, I know. So anyway, Patriot Vibes, you're such a man. I love it. He's like, nice haircut. So, all right. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Jen. I am, of course, your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your favor. I already know that sounds good. So click that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching from. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. I just cleared out a shit ton of storage space today. I had videos from when I had red hair, so I deleted them. Anywho, I digress. I manifested my SP from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks. So I'm here to help you do the same. And we're still going strong, bitches. Okay, so if you are interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get it right, all links are in my bio. Also, we now offer where we will recreate your SP for you, rewrite their story, which is super beneficial for you. What up, Liz, just Nikki? And what up, Tamara? I'm Becky, of course. And then we're also going to curate you a song, okay? So it's going to be an SP song. There are no two songs that are alike because it's based on your SP story. Duh. So they're going to be different, okay? We also have a WhatsApp community. Join that because it's lit and you can be inspired by some success stories going off in there. Because I'm telling you, I was going to cry this weekend because there are so many success stories going on. Okay. And oh yes. And we do self-concept too. So if you want a self-concept song, if you want a SP affirmations, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We do it all. All links are in my bio. Okie dokie. Now, or description if you're watching on YouTube. Okay. I don't know how to change languages on YouTube, so I'm going to have to figure that shit out. Anyway, we talk mainly about SPs around here. If you don't like that shit, scroll to the next. If you have any questions about your SP, then go ahead and drop them down below, and I'd be happy to answer them. This is not exclusive to SPs. I've manifested, I lost over 100 pounds in 11 months, no diet, no exercise, business success, money, all kinds of shit. So whatever it is that you want, appearance change, all that stuff, we got you covered. We got you covered. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, here we go. Anywho, and if you don't like my shit, well then, you know what? I don't really give a fuck. My self-concept is on point, okay? So if you think you're ever going to come for me, better luck next time. You might want to go to the next person because maybe they don't have stellar self-concept like I do. Okay. And as long as my boyfriend loves my hair, that's really all that fucking matters. You know what I'm saying? Anywho. What up, Tamia? So, let's talk. Thanks, Bunalita. Anywho, let's see here. And we do have a friendly contest over here on the TikTok. By the way, I forgot to tell you that. Anybody who reposts this live or shares this live will be entered to win some amazing prizes. So this week we'll be giving away a coaching call, by the way. So get on it. Do it now. I was going to say something. Oh yeah. So let's talk. Okay. I had a client I spoke to on Friday, a male client, by the way, who hired me to manifest for him. We spoke literally on Friday. Yeah, comment negative at your own risk. So we spoke on Friday, and by, I want to say Saturday, no later than Sunday for sure, because his success story was posted on Sunday. Already in contact with his SP. Went from no contact, by the way. And now they're having great conversation. So it does not take a long time. It does not take a long time at all. Another client who also hired me to manifest for her, she is part of the LGBTQ community. And she hired me to manifest for her 30 days ago. Things are going absolutely amazing with her and her SP. They're going to a Pride event this next weekend together. They've been hanging out together. They talk all the time. All that shit. It doesn't take a long fucking time. That's my point, okay? That's my point. It doesn't take a long time. But what they do is drop the resistance to the outcome. That's all you have to do. Drop said resistance. I love that Dawn. I was wondering where the hell you been, bitch. But snaps for Dawn, for SP talking every day for hours, and snaps to Dova, who's back in contact with his SP, and snaps to Crazy Court, who is the one going to the Pride event with her girlfriend. Okay, that's how this works. Okay, you drop the resistance to the outcome. I tell you guys, there's nothing for you to stress about. So I don't know what you're stressing about, because if you would stay the path, do what I tell you to do, the result is inevitable. You and SP together. There's nothing to question. Okay, there's nothing to question. So why are you focusing on the time when you could just spend that time focusing on the time and focus on what you want instead, and know that that's how this works. That's how this works. You and SP will be together. It's inevitable. This is not a question. Okay. There's nothing to be like, well, I hope this works. I'll give this a try. What? Trying what? What do you mean give this a try? I'm not asking you to go and do 100 push-ups to get with your SP every day. Like, so what is there to try? You're going to try to what? Think? Because you're doing it anyway. You're going to try to have inner conversations. You're having them anyway. So I'm going to try to see the best of my SP. Huh? What? Portents, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay? Honey, sis, I don't know how long it would take, but you need to change how you're seeing your SP. Okay? You need to change how you're seeing your SP. Okay? You know how I feel about abusive relationships. I don't make it a mystery here. Okay? It's not a mystery here. Okay? You know how I feel about them. So you either change how you see your SP, or you find a new SP. Because even if someone protected you from your abusive SP, okay? If you don't start seeing them as not abusive, as loving, caring, then it doesn't matter, because the next time they get upset, your mind will revert back to the pattern of, uh-oh, here we go again. And then it happens again. Then the next time they get upset, uh-oh, here we go again. It's predictable behavior, okay? Where you at some point, and I know because I was in one, okay? You at some point, you already know how they're going to respond, okay? In your mind. So I don't make it a mystery that I don't support abusive relationships. I don't support manifesting an abusive SP either. And the reason for that is because you have a lot to overcome. You do. It requires a next level of discipline in your mind. To break the pattern, to see only the good in this person. And then not only to see the good in this person, but to break the pattern of when he gets upset, no, he's the most loving, caring person in the world. He would never lay hands on me. Right? You would have to see them completely differently. All the time, because it's easy to see somebody differently when everything is great. and hope that they're going to change, right? This is typically what people say when they're in abusive relationships. I hope they're going to change. I love them though. And so this is where self-respect comes into play and self-love. Okay. This is where you have to love yourself enough to say, I deserve better. So if I'm going to manifest anything, it's going to be a big burly bitch that's going to come beat your fucking ass up. How about that? Give you a taste of your own medicine. That's what I would. I'm petty as fuck. So that's what I would manifest instead. Okay. But you have to love yourself enough to be like, I deserve way fucking better. Because 4 times, let's be frank. You're an amazing person. You are. I've talked to you numerous times. You're an amazing person. If you can, yes. Yes. If you can, I can't give you a time because I can't give you a time because you have to see this person differently. Okay. Manifesting for someone, like I tell you all the time, I can bring them back to you, but I can't control the version of them that shows up. That's entirely up to you. Okay. But you have to love yourself enough because you're an amazing fucking person. You are. Like, you have the biggest heart. You want so much for people. So you have to love yourself. Just like you love your people, you need to love yourself enough. And at some point you have to say, okay, if this was my friend, if my bestie was going through this, what would I tell her? Yeah. So that's what you have to know. You have to protect yourself. If your bestie was going through this, what would you tell her? What advice would you give her? You have to take your own. You have to take your own. Because you have to understand that there's a level of, you will vindicate. You will vindicate because there is a level of strength. And you'll be so proud of yourself when you come out of it because there's a level of strength to walk away. There is. When it's a lot easier to stay and put up with the bullshit. But like I said, I mean, if you want me to manifest for him, it isn't going to be nice. I'll tell you that. Good. Go to your parents. Go to your parents. Clear your head. Okay? Because you deserve better than that. Okay? You deserve better than that. And you need to know that. You definitely need to know that. Fuck abusers. I hope they get everything that's coming to their ass. I don't even believe in karma, but you know what? I'm just saying. And that's where petty Jen comes into play. Yes. See him as that. Yeah. Bye. But you need to block him. Okay? Do what triggers everybody fucking else on here. Block him. Ignore him. Okay? Ignore him. Don't give him your power. Okay? Don't give him your power. And affirm that. Tell yourself that. No, he completely doesn't even know me. Like, he doesn't even know who I am anymore. Like, nope. We never dated. Okay? There was a woman like that where she left and she told a different story. And he had threatened her life on the whole fucking bit. And he was like, if I ever see you again, right? All this stuff. Like, she was living in fear. And she was like, nope, I never exist. Nope, we never dated. He doesn't exist to me. He doesn't even know who I am. And they crossed paths on the street. He walked right by her like he didn't even know who she was. So change that. So, poor times, are you paying a fucking attention? Are you paying attention? Stop describing somebody like that. Stop doing that. He is able to do everything. Able to do it. What is he able to do? Stop telling yourself that shit. Stop telling yourself that. Okay? Stop telling yourself that. You need to start telling yourself the opposite, what you want instead. You don't want him to be able to do everything. No, he can do nothing. He can do nothing. He's a low-life piece of shit and everybody fucking hates his ass. How about that instead? Yeah. Take your power back. Take it now. Stop giving it away to everybody and everything. That's all you've been doing to the people in your life, is giving your power away. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. And start describing people differently. Start describing them in a way that you want and expect them to be for you. Non-existent, low-life piece of shit who has absolutely no power and can do nothing to me. Absolutely can do nothing to me. He doesn't even know I exist. Fuck him. He wants nothing to do with me. He literally wants nothing to do with me. Tell yourself that shit. Instead of the opposite. Instead of the opposite. Who the hell wants to be like, he can do everything? No, he fucking can't. No, he can't. Can he fly? Nope. So, then he can't do everything, can he? No. Is he the richest man in your country? No. Then he can't do everything, can he? Okay, so relax. Stop telling yourself shit that doesn't benefit you. Okay. Okay. Jackie, you just found out in the WhatsApp group that an old SP message is considered movement. Yes, of course. Of course it is. Of course it is. Ooh, check that out. And just so you guys know, if you're in the WhatsApp community and Bevy reaches out to you and she asks for your name, if you don't want to give her your name, then she will remove you from the community. Because who the fuck wants to hide their, who the hell needs to hide their name? You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to get to know you. So if you're not going to give your name, then bye. You gotta go. All right, Miss Limbs, come on down. You have a 3D question. We all know that forcing it is, but what is it when it's forcing you? How the fuck does a 3D force you? The 3D doesn't force you, okay? At all, okay? You force the 3D, but I would need a little bit more context where you're coming from that, because the 3D doesn't force you. It doesn't force you at all, okay? Because everything in your 3D, if you react to something, that's a choice you're making, okay? If you're doing certain things and you're just, thanks pumpkins, if you're being reactive to the 3D, if you're engaging in the 3D, that's a choice that you're making, okay? So the 3D isn't forcing you at all, at all. The 3D is curating based on your assumptions, based on what you're telling yourself, based on all of your inner conversations, based on how you're describing things. So your 3D is being curated by you, okay? So because of that, there's no way the 3D can force you to do anything. Bevy. Okay, so you do need to know that, okay? So you do need to know that there's no way that that's possible. There's no way that's possible, okay? Because everything is a choice you're making. Everything is a decision that you're making, okay? It's a complete decision you're making. And it's all based on your thoughts and your conversations. So, and how you're describing people, things, all of that shit, all of that. Okay. So this is where people fuck up often. And that's because they react to the 3D, right? And I know when we spoke, you're very close, like how I am. I was closer to my boyfriend, you know, but you are in the similar situation where you're close. But again, reacting, doing certain things, that's a choice you're making. So there's no way it can force you at all. You're making. So there's no way it can force you at all. When you're doing it, you know what I mean? I see some movement with my SP, but it feels hard to see it as wanting to be in a relationship. Time. best relationship, and then boom, best relationship, and then boom. What the fuck do I do about that? I have full bars. I have full bars. And my Wi-Fi is on. Maybe I'll try tomorrow because I don't want it to change. I don't want it to like exit. I don't want it to exit. But what would happen if I turned off my Wi-Fi? Let's try that. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Hold on. Is this better? Is this better? Because I turned off my Wi-Fi. So it should be better. It should be better. I'm on a 5G. I'm going to assume right now that this is better for you. So, okay, perfect. Then I will from now on not be on the fucking Wi-Fi. I don't know how that shit works. I don't. I have no idea. I'm like, when do you use Wi-Fi? Do you keep it on? Do you turn it on when you leave the house? I don't fucking know. Maybe I should ask ChatGPT. But why would I need to do that when I could just ask fucking Google, because that's where they're getting the answer from anyway. Oh, right. Oh, Miss Lums. Okay, honey, no. Okay, so you, I know you live in a small town. This weekend alone, we were at the same grocery store. That's not the 3D forcing you, sis. That's called movement. That's called movement. Okay? So people put you in places together. This happened to numerous people. Numerous people have been to coffee shops, right? And their SP was there, showed up at a bar and their SP was there, drove past their SP on the freeway, ran into their SP on the side of the street. You know what I'm saying? There was somebody who got an idea. She got a random thought in her head to go to the grocery store. But then she overthought it and goes, well, why do I need to go to the grocery store? She's like, I don't need anything. So she just went home. But on her way home, she had to drive past the grocery store. And as she looked over to the grocery store, who do you think was getting out of the car? Her SP. That was her subconscious mind telling her to go to the fucking grocery store. But she didn't listen. Okay? So there's no such thing as coincidences. Okay? So, you guys being at the same grocery store is called movement, bitch. You're so funny. And that was fast, wasn't it? Because we talked yesterday. We talked yesterday. Look at that. Same day, movement. Caroline, you come across SP's first name very often. What does it mean? What do you want it to mean? It's a sign that every time you see his name, all he can do is think about you. Yep. That's him thinking about me. Look at every time I see his name. Oh, yeah, look, thinking about me again. Shit, that man thinks about me all the fucking time. Right? So that's what I would choose to assume it means. There's no scientific fact that's going to be like, oh, if you saw this is what it means. No. Not at all. People like to tell you what fucking shit means, but it's only because that's their assumption, right? That's a meaning they're choosing to give it. This is where on the internet, they always tell you about the signs. Okay. Well, everything's a fucking sign. Everything is a goddamn sign if I give it a sign. If I choose that that's my sign and that's the meaning I give it, well, then that's exactly what the fuck that means. Okay, so give it whatever meaning you want to it. And that is thinking about me. Oh, we're getting back together. Yep, we are certainly getting back together. Absolutely. That's my sign. Every time I see his name, that means we're getting back together. My manifestation's here, bitch. Well, thanks, Mima. No, I will take a look at your message, though. I will take a look at your message. I'm getting in there. Same restaurant, 30 minutes outside of town. See, look at that. Same restaurant, 30 minutes out of town, next to me on the way to work. He works in another direction. That's my point. That's my point. Do you see all this movement you're getting? Do you see all this movement you're getting? Okay? So that's not 3D forcing you. That is called movement. You crack me up. Oh man. Okay. Look, we're over here manifesting all kinds of shit right now, okay? I'm out. People are taking my advice. They're getting their fucking SPs. They're getting their sexy back. The whole fucking works around here because that's what we do. Because you want to get your SP back but look hot. Give yourself an upgrade, bitch. Boondalita, I want to ask you if it's appropriate to talk about something that happened to me this weekend. Nope. Of course you can talk to me. What the fuck? Thanks, Sabrina. All these compliments on my hair today. What will I do with myself? But you know, I did wake up because I say this. You guys should say this every day you wake up, by the way. When I wake up, I was like, today's going to be a great day. Great things are coming my way today, for sure. Great things are coming my way today. Absolutely. Because who the fuck doesn't want great things coming their way today? You know what I mean? I say that every morning I wake up. And it's going to. Okay, Jasmine. You can't just dish, Buddha-lita. What are you talking about? You just can't find any piece or guide about what? Aloha construct. The photo from gutter trash is killing me, and I'm starting to compare myself. Turn off your brain. Compare yourself to who? To gutter trash? Why the fuck would you compare yourself to trash? That's why we don't call them 3Ps around here. That implies competition. So who wants to compete with trash? And why the fuck would you want to stare at gutter trash's photo? Why would you even want to do that? And what are you comparing yourself to? You had him first. Remind yourself of that. Who were they with first? You. So why would you compare yourself when obviously he was into you? Obviously he found you attractive. Obviously you were everything he wanted because he dated you. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Compete with gutter trash. Are you insane? Are you insane? We don't compete with trash. Instead of looking at gutter trash's photo, you should be looking at SP's photo. That's right, Angela. That is right, bitch. Get a grip. Get a grip. That's right. That is right. Okay. So back to you. Aloha. We do not at all. Thanks, Sergeant. We do not compete with gutter trash, okay? So instead of looking at gutter trash's photo, because you have to understand, well, okay, I just posted my fucking video today. I just posted the video today. Watch that shit, because I told you 10 million times that your main objective every day of your entire life, it's going to benefit you in life in general. Take SP out of it for a second. Your entire motivation in life every single day should be to protect your feelings at all costs. To only do and to only think things that make you feel better. Things that make you feel better. Courtney. Wow. He's completely obsessed and constantly texting you. Oh, man. So take a look at your description of him, though, and pop that into SP. Okay, take a look at your description of him and pop that shit into SP. And what you know about him, pop that shit into SP. And then say his name. Like, Brendan is the easiest for me to manifest. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you should only be doing things that make you should only be thinking things that make you feel better. If I was going to stare at anybody's picture all fucking day long, it'll be my boyfriend. It certainly wouldn't be gutter trash. And if you're going to stare at gutter trash's photo instead of comparing yourself to her, why don't you have a little chat with her? Why don't you have a little fucking chat with it? Why don't you have a little chat with that bitch and be like, you're moving on. You've moved on. You've completely moved on. Like, you literally want nothing to do with him and you've completely moved on. Why don't you do that instead of comparing yourself, right? Best use of time. Best use of time. But I certainly wouldn't look at her fucking photo. And if I did, I would be like, she's so fucking gross. Like, she's pathetic. Completely pathetic. Okay? So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Oh, who does that? Who does that? Petty Jamie came out again yesterday. Wished hubby happy Friday. He said, thank you very much. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Thanks, Marcel. Thanks, guys. She said that my hairstylist said, she goes, you should definitely do bangs. I said, well, that's why I'm here. And she's like, because it draws them into your eyes. I was like, oh, okay. Then my mom says it makes me look younger. And I was like, yes. Of course, he blocked gutter trash day. Steps for Tamara. Of course, he blocked gutter trash day. Fuck her. And then she washed my hair, right? And it's a crimpy. It's like wavy. She's like, oh, your hair's curly. I'm like, this is not curls, but okay. And so she's like blow drying my bangs and then doing this shit with my hair. And I'm like, stop doing that. I was like, stop. I was like, can you stop doing that? Because I don't like wavy hair. Well, thanks, Yesenia. I have to compare with you, bitch. I have to compare with you. Because you're fucking hot. Oh, man. Okay. Thanks, Chelsea girlfriend. So, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. What drama would you have? Huh, Poor Times? Huh? That is nest. That is. Anytime somebody replies to you is movement. Because they don't have to reply. You guys see how you guys react if you're left undelivered or read. So if they reply, that's absolutely movement. That's absolutely movement. I mean, you guys should have seen your in if your SP has children yesterday. Total legit reason to reach out, be like, happy Father's Day. You know, I hope you have a great day. Because when they thank you or they respond, in my opinion, 100% movement. And I'll tell you why. And that's because, well, the obvious, but I texted my brother happy Father's Day yesterday. Do you think I got a reply? Do you think I gave two shits though? No, I did not. He's on the low bottom totem pole of my, what assumptions I want to create. There's things that take, you know, what I manifest on a priority spectrum. What's the priority here? It ain't him. Okay, what are you talking about? Helly, baby. Okay, Helly, baby, he's back in contact with me, but I don't want to message him. I just want to see him in real life. What do I do? Tell yourself something differently. If you're back in contact, then read the fucking room. You know what I'm saying? So, like, talk to them, right? And then read the fucking room. Because if you see you're in, they'll be like, hey, what you doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? But expect him to want to see you. Expect him to want to see you. Okay? When you expect him to want to see you, well, then you're going to see him in real life. Okay? Yeah, we're not going to do drunken text. Thanks, Erica. Thanks. That's why I went live today. I just wanted to be loved on by everybody about how great I look with my bangs. I'm just kidding. Quickly, what up, Sab? Yes, Bevy, if you fucking will relax. Yes. It's all working out even better than I expected. I always get what I want. You're in the studio, so gotta go again. Well, thanks, Sab. Thanks, girlfriend. I want to hear your songs. I need to listen to them. I need to listen to your songs. There you go, manifest. Your fairy, your fiance ghosted you after you got engaged, going to manifest him back. Yes. Yes. That's all right, Courtney. That's all right, Courtney, because the ball's in your court. Okay? Don't worry about it. He's a big boy. Okay, he's a big boy. He reached out casually. Of course he did. Look at all this movement you get, bitch, when you straighten up your fucking crown. Okay, so fairy, first of all, don't look at your SP as ghosting you. Okay, don't look at him as ghosting you. I mean, look at it this way. As a bonus, at least get the ring, bitch. But don't look at him as ghosting you. Okay? Because if somebody ghosts you, they literally cannot contact you, right? Because that's how you're describing them. So you don't want to describe him as ghosting you. Instead, you want to describe him as, no, actually, we talk all the fucking time. Yeah, we talk all the time. In fact, we're busy planning our wedding fucking date right now. Totally busy planning our wedding date, right? And see him as not the ghosting version of him, but as the version of him that caused you to say, yes to the engagement. See him as that version. And they manifest him back. It's not difficult. The only thing you have to do is control your inner conversations, control your inner dialogue, because that's what caused the ghosting in the first place, whether you're aware of it or not. Okay? So control your thoughts about him, control your inner dialogue. What's going on inside your mind all the time, as well as what you fucking speak about. Okay? Be careful with that one. Be careful with that one. Where's Waldo? Your SP told you yesterday he started speaking to someone. Who, you? Who, you? Like the fuck? Started speaking to somebody new? No one compares to me. I'm the love of his goddamn fucking life. Nope. No one even likes my boyfriend except for me. Nope. He ain't talking to nobody but me. Yes. Yes. Ghost you. Or talk to someone else. I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. Bundalita, your boyfriend is taking too long to answer me and I feel so guilty. Why do you feel guilty? First of all, those things don't go together. Okay? Your boyfriend is taking too long to answer you and you feel guilty about what? What the fuck would you feel guilty about? No. Nope. He's answering me. He's answering me right now. When I text him, he responds immediately. He literally responds immediately. Yeah. If I ever text my boyfriend, it never takes him a long time to respond. Ever. It's rather quickly. Doesn't matter where he's at. But I don't tell myself the opposite. See, that's what your guys' biggest problem is. You guys continuously tell yourself the negative shit. I don't do that, okay? I don't do that. But I'm not saying that I don't have negative thoughts and I'm just this master ass bitch, but I flip them 100% of the time. And if I find that I'm going through a cycle of negative thoughts, okay? So let's say you have like one negative thought, you flip the negative thought, and then all of a sudden you have another negative thought, right? And they seem to keep coming in a consistency. Then I'll just affirm. Yeah, so it's like flip, negative thought, flip. Oh, there's another negative thought, flip that again. Oh, there's another negative thought, flip that again. Oh, there's another one, affirm. That's just how my mind works. Because I'm thinking anyway. You know what I'm saying? So to dead the dead airspace, instead of flip, no, I'll just affirm. If I have to flip more than 3 negative thoughts in a row, like back to back, I'll just affirm. To get myself out of that, right? To get myself out of that and to stay focused on only what I want instead. And I find that a lot easier for me to discipline myself, right? So that's Bevy, what you need to be doing right now. But I just find it a lot easier to do that. A lot easier to do that. And here's another thing. Stop creating assumptions within yourself that don't benefit you. Well, how many times do I have to fucking say this? How many times do I have to say this? You don't have to go digging for shit. You don't have to. Unless you really firmly believe something is hurting you, right? Or standing in your way. But you don't have to. The worst thing you can do is create assumptions within you. Like, okay, I've been really focused, but this isn't going well. Okay, I must have something going on in the background. Like I need to do this. I need to, that's a lot of fucking work. And stop changing your affirmations. Stop looking for affirmations. It's annoying. It's annoying. You guys will go through one thing and be like, what's an affirmation for this? I was like, not everything is an affirmation. Not everything is an affirmation. What you need to do is keep them short and sweet, okay? You should have a maximum 5 affirmations that are your main affirmations. 5 max. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have cycles because I had different groups of affirmations, but 5 affirmations were my core affirmations. And I didn't change that shit, not word for word. I didn't change a single word in those affirmations at all. At all. Okay? If anything comes up, you don't need, because that's what I did when I first got started too, is, I had so many, like, literally, I don't even have it on my phone anymore, but if I had my notepad, I had so many groups of affirmations, so many, because people will tell you their affirmations, right? And then you're like, oh, that's a good one. Then you'll write that down. And then they'll tell, and someone else posts another good affirmation. They're like, oh, that's a good one. I'll write that down. Before you know, you got a million fucking affirmations. And it's way too many. It's way too many. I had a shit ton of affirmations. I had a shit ton. So I decided I'm going to have 5 core affirmations, then another set of 3 that were my safety net, right? Something short and sweet, or 1 affirmation that's your safety net, okay? And then and then if I was going to have other affirmations, because I had multiple things I was manifesting, right? So, but if I had other affirmations that I wanted, I would umbrella them. Everything in my life is perfect, right? I always get what I want. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? So therefore it encompassed every fucking thing instead of individual things. Because when things come up for you, not everything's a goddamn affirmation. Most of the things you guys are referring to can, 1, either go on a rampage, or 2, just go into your description of your SP. That's it. That just goes into the description of your SP. Okay? That's literally it. That's it. You don't need to have 55,000 affirmations, because I had those too. And I decided I'm just going to put them all on a fucking rampage. How about that? And I'm going to run through that shit. And that's what I did. Because remember, the more you guys focus on 55,000 affirmations, the more you're suffocating your manifestation. And the reason for that is because affirmations have to create the repetition to get him into here. Well, if you got 55,000 affirmations, how many times you run through them? Not very many. Okay. And so because of that, it's not getting into here as quickly as you want it to get into here. And then you guys can't even let it get into here because you're fucking changing the shit every second you get. Oh, I need to change my affirmation. I've been saying this shit for 2 weeks and it's not working. So I need to change my affirmation. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. You just need to persist and keep going with the same goddamn affirmation you've had before. Because it's the repetition that goes, affirmations are repetition to go into here. If you change them every waking second that you get, they can't get into here, can it? Because the repetition is not being created. Duh. That's where the problem lies when it comes to affirmations. So a lot of these things, you guys would have manifesting a lot quicker if you'd be like, okay, I have my core affirmations where I may have the most resistance, right? So that's where I say manifesting back in steps. Your core affirmations should be the steps to relationship, especially if you're no contact, because that's where you have the most resistance. Okay, so we create that. You can't stop hyperventilating. I think that's what it says. Oh, I can only see part of it. Okay, stop saying you're obsessing, okay? But thinking about him is not a big deal. Okay, and why are you having panic attacks? For what? Why are you doing that to yourself, Abla? Why are you doing that to yourself? Okay, let me finish what I was saying and then I'll address you, okay? I have to close my own loop. But, so you create the repetition through your affirmation. So it's like, he is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Okay. So you have those because there's the resistance there. I just need a text. I need to talk. I want to talk to him, right? I want back in contact, things like that. So now you have that, but then other things come up. That should solely be anything outside of your core affirmation should solely be in either put in your rampage, but depending upon what it is. If it's something that you don't like him doing, that you want to change, that goes in SP's story. Okay, because that's something you want to change about your SP. Okay, so that and something you don't like about your relationship or whatever's going on, that goes in SP's story. Okay, so you're going to figure out where it goes. So I'm trying to help your asses out. Okay, that goes in SP's story. Now, if you are thinking about something you want them to do, something you want from them. Okay, thanks, Chris. Now, if you're thinking about something that you want in general, it can go into, if you want to put it as an affirmation, it can go into a rampage, okay? Like something specific, like I want him to text me good morning every single day. Cool. Well, now that goes in the rampage, okay? So then, or it's like, I want him to respond immediately. I want him to respond to my text quickly, right? Then, okay, cool. Whenever I text him, he texts me immediately, rampage, okay? So then, or that could be an inner conversation. Then anything else outside of that, inner conversation, inner dialogue. Inner conversation, inner dialogue. That's all that is. Because that shit pushes out quickly. Yes, you see, don't get me started on some of Law's shit. Okay? So that's what you have to remember. Okay? Inner dialogue is more important than anything else that you have going on, because it is the only thing you have been doing your entire life. And that's what you have to remember. It's the only thing you've been doing your entire life. before you stumbled across manifestation. But you've been manifesting your entire fucking life. There you go. That's right. You had a good weekend. Snaps for Chris. SP texted him happy birthday, Father's Day, and I affirmed it was for my wife. That's right, bitch. That's right. Of course it was from your wife. Mm-hmm. And that's what you guys have to remember. Okay? So hopefully now you understand. Because this is why you have to stop listening to all this trash-ass advice on the fucking internet. Because they're the same people that say everything in your life is a manifestation. Just affirm. Just decide. Okay, if everything in my life is a manifestation, and I've been manifesting my entire life, I was never affirming. Right? Right. All you were doing is having repeated inner conversations. That's all you were doing, is having random inner conversations repeatedly over a course of time. Therefore, boom, manifest. Boom, manifest. That's all you were fucking doing. And you didn't just decide that you were going to end your relationship, did you? No. You know what? Right now, I'm going to just decide that he's breaking up with me. You didn't just decide that, did you? No. Did you just decide that you were going to be broke? Nope. We didn't do that either, right? So what the fuck makes you think that you need to just decide to get your manifestation? You don't. So that's what you need to understand. Now, should you just decide, yeah, you should just decide that this is how it works. This is all I've been doing. This is exactly how it works. So I'm going to just decide that I'm going to get my shit. That's what I'm going to decide. I'm going to decide that this is going to work for me and I'm going to get my shit and it's going to come to me quickly. I'm going to decide that shit. How about that? How about decide that? Instead of just deciding that you're married when you're in no contact. Just decide that you and your SP will get back together. That is how this fucking works. There is no way around it. I don't need to sit there and question shit. I don't need to do none of that. Why? Because I'm just deciding right now that me and SP will be together. Period. Yeah, see, what the fuck? Yeah, 55 affirmations. Hell no. Hell no. Half of them, I guarantee, are part of a story. It could be an inner conversation. Okay? And stop changing them. Thanks, Fatim. Okay, stop changing them. Oh yeah, CC, I'll talk to you. Look at that. NY2NC. Snaps for NY2NC. She followed my instructions, advice, and saw a dramatic improvement and change in under 24 hours. Let me take a picture of that shit. I had to go take screenshots of all these success stories popping off too, because there's a shit ton there's a shit ton of WhatsApp in the last 72 hours of massive movement from RSPs. I try to have, if I talk to them, because a lot of times they'll put it in our private chats. So I'm started to tell, oh, Bevy, and Tamara, if you can make a note of that. If at any time in texting besties or in manifest for me besties, if anyone puts, when people put movement and success in there, tell them to put it in the success stories in WhatsApp, okay? Too. Be like, just kindly copy and paste this shit, okay? Because it inspires other people. So this is why I'm having certain people, like men, put success stories in there. So it inspires the men, right? People in the Pride community, put your success story in there because it will inspire other people in that community. Because everyone thinks that their case is fucking special, unique, and different. No, it's fucking not. I hate to tell you that. It's really not. Nope. I hear, just trust me, I hear a lot. I love my job. I fucking love my job. Luis, what if they have you blocked everywhere? Who gives a shit? Who cares? Who cares? So, somebody asked some crazy question yesterday in the WhatsApp community, in the success stories, and says, Has anyone manifested their SP back or gotten movement when they were blocked? Yeah, somebody was blocked for and no contact for 5 months. She just got off the phone. She posted this, in here on my live Saturday. I was going to say yesterday. I wasn't live yesterday. Saturday, she posted on here. She was in no contact and blocked from her SP for 5 months. And he contacted her. And they talked for 4 hours, I think she said. Right? Because my response was, what the fuck do you talk about for hours on the phone? But yeah, they talked for 4 hours. Okay? So, and it was a good conversation. You're welcome, Miss Loves. Love you, girl. Okay? And it was a good conversation. So you have to understand that. Okay? Being blocked, like we have to, this is for everybody who is blocked on social media. You need to ask yourself this question. What's the priority here? What's the priority spectrum here when it comes to me and my SP? Do I want him to unblock me and never fucking talk to me a day in his life? Or do I want him to contact me? Do I want to talk to him? Because if that's the case, what the fuck does blocked have anything to do with any of that shit? It doesn't have anything to do with that. Okay? They can still contact you. And you can still be blocked. Who gives a shit? Okay? Because if he focused on them being obsessed with you, them wanting to contact you, right? Then them always calling and texting you. Don't you think that being unblocked is like the natural progression here? That's something that's naturally going to happen. Plus, people get unblocked all the time. All the time. It takes 2 seconds to fucking unblock somebody. And exactly. See? Yeah. Take a look after tomorrow. I tell you guys, things are very powerful when you say certain things. Okay? Oh yeah, snaps for tomorrow because tomorrow was, she was telling us yesterday, she goes, I have a success. So we were talking about an issue she was having with her SP. And so I had said something like in a conversation, here's what you're going to say, right? And sure enough, it manifested. He called her and that came over, right? All right, Mina, your manifestation's here, girl. Oh, and snaps for Mina too, bitch. Who, by the way, Louise, maybe this will inspire you. She also was blocked on everything. And she was blocked and he contacted her yesterday and they talked. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Takes 2 seconds to unblock somebody. Okay? So that's what you have to realize. That's what you have to realize. Doesn't matter. Being blocked is a circumstance. So this is where I told you guys that no, we can keep the affirmation help there, but I just want people to, like, if they're going to refine it, great, but I don't want them to keep switching that shit up, okay? Because we get new people that come in, okay, and they need help with the affirmations. But we need to assess what the problem is, you know what I'm saying? So, like, why are you needing these affirmations? If they want them reworded, great, but if they keep coming back over and over again, then it's like, what exactly is it that you want out of this? Why do you want an affirmation? Oh, that's okay. Well, then this is going to go in your rampage. You know what I'm saying? So a little bit more guidance there. Or this is actually is a story thing. It's how you describe them. It's not an affirmation necessarily. You know what I mean? Oh, that's right. Like Minnie said, snaps for Jen's bangs. I'm loving all the love. Okay. So over the weekend, he went to the club and downtown. You saw it and it says, so what, Cece? So what? So what? So what? That's right, Whiplash. I don't have time for it. I don't have time. I like my time is best served focusing only on what I want. That's how I look at it. In anything, this is not just when it comes to, you know, my boyfriend. It's everything in my life. It's my time is best because we all have the same amount of hours in the day. So where would I prefer to spend my time? where would I prefer? I'll have to take care of that, baby. Where would I prefer to spend my time? You know what I'm saying? Is I'm not going to spend my time flipping thoughts and having negative thought, flip, negative thought, flip, negative thought, flip, negative thought, flip. Nope, I'd rather just fucking affirm. I'd rather have inner conversations, toot my own goddamn fucking horn, because you guys should be going on a, like a daily rampage that's not scripted. That's not scripted. Okay. Because again, this is an inner conversation. Okay. So it's something that's a natural flow. So this is where every day you guys should spend, like if you're in the shower or something, right? Or set the tone for your day. Okay. This is why, you know what they say when you wake up, set the tone for your day, right? This is why when I wake up every day, I always tell myself today's going to be a great day. Great things are coming my way today. Betty. Okay. Great things are coming my way today, right? Because that sets the tone for your fucking day. Okay. And then if you're cooking or at any time, you guys should have a whole ass conversation with your fucking self about how amazing you and your SP are. How amazing your fucking life is, right? Like everything that you want from your SP, toot your own horn. Like I know this motherfucker thinks about me all the goddamn time. Like literally everything reminds him of me. In fact, he's thinking about me right now. Yep. I know he's contacting me today because we talk all day, every day. Like he cannot get enough of me. He literally can't get enough of me. I know he's on my social media profile because every time he goes on TikTok, all he can do is think about me. Yep. That I do know. I absolutely know we're getting back together. I know this for a fucking fact because I know how he feels about me. He knows how he feels about me. And this is all I know. I know he's coming home. I absolutely know that he's coming home because we're absolutely going to be back together. I know this. Right? See what I'm saying? It's just like a whole conversation just have within your mind. Or say it out loud. You do this shit any fucking way. Right? This isn't going to crazy town. You're doing this shit anyway. So why not leverage what you're already fucking, excuse me. Oh, I just made them worse. I gotta get used to them again, guys. So why not leverage what the fuck you're doing anyway? That's all we're doing. Sorry, YFix. Okay. That's all we're doing anyway, is leveraging what's happening naturally anyway. I talk to myself all day long anyway. I process 60 to 80,000 thoughts. So I'm talking to myself any fucking way. And usually I'm bitching about my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? I'm bitching about my SP. So I may as well start raving about my SP since I'm doing it any fucking way. I'm talking it to myself anyway about how he's not talking to me. Yes. Hortense, yes. And I want you to let me know when you arrive at your parents' house and you're going to check in with me every day to make sure that you're okay. Okay? Okay. So that's what you need to understand. And I love you, Hortense. That's what you need to understand, okay? You need to understand this. And this is where you leverage because you're doing the shit anyway. So what the fuck do you look like having an inner conversation in your mind like, I don't even think he's going to come back. What up, Tyrese? Thanks, boo. You know, what are you going to sit there and have an inner conversation within your mind and be like, I don't think he's coming back. Like, I've been doing this shit for like a weekend. I think he's moved on. I don't think he's coming back. Tyrese. Is that what because you're doing that shit any fucking way. So you mean, you may as well be like, oh, he's absolutely coming back. Because that man, every time he goes online, all he does is think about me. I know he's talking to his friends about me right now. In fact, they cannot stop talking about me. Yep. I know the light bulb has came on in his mind and he now knows that he absolutely wants to be with me. He knows this shit. He's had plenty of time to think about it. And he is now absolutely sure that he wants to be with me. That I have everything he's ever wanted. Why not tell yourself that shit instead? Because you're doing it any fucking way. So you may as well. That type of shit manifests quickly because you're not saying it the same way twice because it's unscripted. Okay? You're not saying it the same way twice and all you're doing is thinking that way any fucking way. You're just thinking the opposite. So instead, it's time to, think the other way. Yeah. Which one makes sense? What makes more sense? That's what I'm talking about, okay? Because that's what created this fucking mess. That's right. That's right, Courtney. Of course. Snaps for Courtney. He apologized for last week's chaos. Of course he did. Of course he did. Because he knew he was just passionate in the moment, but cares about you, and now he's right and tight. Mm-hmm. That's right. She flipped that fast. It doesn't take a lot for you guys to get your shit if you would focus and stop whining every second you get and just regroup. Okay? Just regroup. Collect yourself. You feel like you're insane. Well, blah. You need to stay hyper-focused because you're focusing on something, okay? So if you're thinking about them all the time, so what? That's not a bad thing. I don't know why people demonize that shit. And they say that you should just detach. Detach from what? You should detach from the resistance. That's what you should be detaching from. Resistance. That's it. That's all. That's it. Okay? Detach from the resistance, but I'm not going to detach from what I want. That doesn't make any fucking sense in any sense of that word. It's the stupidest advice I've ever heard in my entire life. Because who the hell is detaching from somebody that they want to be with? Who the fuck is going to detach from wanting a lot of money? How the fuck do you plan to get it if you detach from it? You only detach from the things that you don't want. Right? Isn't that why you detached from all your exes? Right? Isn't that why you cut certain things out of your life? Because they're the things that you don't want. Like, duh. The dumbest advice ever. I was just on a phone call with somebody and that's what they said. Someone told them they should just detach. Cleveland, you missed what she said about the no contact part. I don't remember. But, thanks, son. But what I do remember is that no contact doesn't exist. There's that part. No contact doesn't exist. You're only not in contact in the 3D, but you're always in contact. You know what I'm saying? Like every time you think about your SP, you're in contact. Blah. You might want to think about that. You might want to start thinking about that because as you're thinking about your SP, what are you thinking about? Because you're passing that shit to your SP. It comes across anytime you think he, it flips to I. Okay? Ray, what's up, my friend? What would my core affirmation be to get in contact with me? He's always calling and texting me. He's literally so obsessed with me. He's always calling and texting me. He is so obsessed with me. He's always calling and texting me. Okay? Whenever we jump on a coaching call, I always give you guys your safety net, right? Where you have there would be certain affirmations that I would tell you that I give you that it's like, this is your safety net. Okay. So, and it's in attunement with whatever you're thinking about. Okay. With whatever you're thinking about. So therefore I umbrella it for you. Because it's easier that fucking way. What's up, Rob? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. That's right. See, like Sun said, inner conversations push out so fast now. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They do. Kelly, I told you guys, oh, that's probably what you were asking. I told you guys missed a major opportunity if you were in no contact with your SP yesterday when it was Father's Day. It's a total normal thing to say to somebody, Happy Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? It is. I've had the same number forever, but some of my exes will contact me on Mother's Day. You know, and Facebook lives to tell people when it's your birthday. So they'll post on my wall on my birthday. So who cares? I mean, I'm really bad. I don't respond to any of that shit. But that's only because I don't want to spend the time. I have better things to do than sit there and go scroll on TikTok or Instagram, or on Facebook for the 5,000 people that wish you happy birthday. But it depends. You know, I'm not that person that says go no contact. I think that's the stupidest fucking advice in the world, right? But there's nothing wrong with you saying you hope he had a good Father's Day. Okay? Casper, shut the fuck up. Matthew, I miss you too. Where the hell have you been? Where the hell have you been, bestie? You should check out the success story in our WhatsApp group. Excuse me. Somebody's thinking about me. You should leverage those assumptions. I mean, that's what they always tell you, right? Whenever your nose itches, somebody's thinking about you. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sorry. I was having a little pep talk within myself. So you can contact, not you, Nadine, but you can contact your SP and say that you hope he had a good Father's Day, even if you're not talking. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But you have to discipline your mind, okay? You need to discipline your mind. So what you're not going to do is message him and then check the phone every 5 fucking seconds and be like, oh, he's not responding. Why isn't he responding? He's not responding. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh, he didn't respond. No, instead you need to be like, yeah, this is going to be the best goddamn message he received all fucking day. You know? And then know that you did the right thing and then keep it pushing. Oh my God, somebody is thinking about me hard right now. Oh, excuse me. Thanks, Tova. Okay. Look at that, snaps for Ren. Snaps for Ren. Now, fuck you, baby. Okay, see what I'm talking about. Okay, Ren has honed in her power. If you guys are here every day and you guys read these comments and you've seen Ren, okay, who pops in and fucking disappears every once in a while, but love Ren. But you've seen Ren, okay? Ren was just asking 72 hours ago or 48 hours ago what to affirm for to get Honey to cut his trip short and come home. She was literally just asking this question. And so we told her what to affirm for. And she just confirmed that he's cutting his trip short and is coming home right now. Why? Because she said so. That's damn right. Damn right, Ren. And he's on his way home now. It's not difficult. It's so difficult. JCS, how can you manifest perfect health for your mom, please? And thank you. Okay. So I would have Ren, this is where inner conversations is going to play a big part. I actually just did this for my mom, to be quite frank. Okay. So in our conversation, we're going to be where you need to describe your mom as having perfect health. Snaps for Kiara. You need to identify your mom as having perfect health. Okay. Like she's perfectly healthy. My God, she's amazing. She has no health issues at all. She's like, there's nothing wrong with her. Okay. You want to control those inner conversations and not identify with health issues. Okay. This is my mom. Well, I don't know your mom's situation, but my mom was going through a situation where, I mean, she was sleeping all fucking day. She was convinced of all kinds of shit. Something wrong with her. I got to go to all these specialists. Guys, I blacked out and hit 2 cars. And I was like, well, you're not the best driver. In my mind, I was like, you're not the best driver in the fucking world anyway. So I don't think you blacked out. It's not far-fetched for me to just believe you hit 2 cars on your own. But she was convinced something was wrong. She had a heart monitor on and everything. Like she had this whole heart monitor to monitor her heart for 30 days. They ran all these blood tests. She was going to all these specialists. And then she was like, I think I have cancer. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what in the... I was just like, no. And so I was just like, no. I was like, so I started talking to like people, to be quite frank. I started talking to my bestie and my dad, and I was like, personally, I said, I don't think there's nothing wrong with her. I was like, I don't think there's anything wrong with her. I think she's totally fucking fine, to be frank. There's nothing wrong with her, right? There's literally no, she got mad at me. She got mad at me and hung up the phone. She's like, I can't even talk to you about anything. I was like, because when she would tell me this stuff, I said, stop telling yourself that. I was like, stop saying that. I was like, you're fine. You are fine. She got really mad when I told her that. So I was like, okay, Jen, take your own advice. Don't verbalize, internalize. But she was my mom. So who the hell wants to hear your mom talk like that, right? And especially since me and my mom are like super close. And so I was just like, so I told her and I started telling a different story. That no, she's totally fine. She's totally fucking fine. Okay. And she came, when I saw her last week, she came in, she goes, well, I got my blood test back. And the good news is I don't have any cancer. I was like, I was not losing sleep over that because I knew you didn't have cancer, right? Because that's what I told myself. I don't want to believe I'm going to outlive my mom. My mom's outliving me. That's basically how I look at it. But she's like, and my blood test came back totally fine. No diseases, no nothing. Of course they did. Of course they did. Why? Because I'm going to tell a completely different story. Nope, she's totally fine. She's totally fine. She's perfectly healthy. There's nothing wrong with her. Okay? So do that. Do that just at random times and she will turn around. Okay? It will turn around. Just tell yourself, but you can't identify with it. Even if she's identifying with it. Okay? You just be like, no, my mom is totally healthy. There's nothing wrong with her. I know there's nothing wrong with her. I know this. Okay? And her story will change. Her reality will change because she's within your reality too. Steps for Jen for manifesting her mom to be healthy. Do I have snaps for Ren? I think I have snaps. Bitch gets double snaps. If you guys have been with us for a while, Ren has came a long goddamn fucking way. So she gets triple snaps. Ren has came a long fucking way. From, because she was a hot mess, but now she's honing in her power, right? And realizing that it's really not that difficult. Right, Ren? That's right, Dova. We snapped for you earlier in case you weren't on here. Snaps for Dova. 48 hours. Complete turnaround. That's all it takes. And yes, they were in no contact. And this should inspire you guys. Okay? Because when he came to me about manifesting for him, I told him how to play his part, right? And he told me when he came across my live, he was like, oh, fuck it. I'm going to contact her. So he texted her like I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? Care to guess what response he got? None. He didn't get a reply back. So, didn't matter. Now they're back in contact. Now he got a complete turnaround in 48 hours. So you may want to book a call. Just saying. I always see my own goddamn horn, bitch. Okay, in case you are just we're going to do the photo method in a moment, so hold your questions. I ate a shit ton of Korean barbecue yesterday. My dad was like, he was all done eating, right? He eats rice because he's Asian, but that's about the most Asian shit he eats, rice. He does not eat sushi and he's Japanese. Go figure. But anyway, he's like, I don't even know how Jen can eat that much. He goes, I'm full, and she's still ordering meat. So I had a salad. I had kimchi. Yes, and you too, JCS. Do what I said, and you'll see a turnaround. 100%. Yeah, I've helped my mom's health many times. Many times. Hey, I had a salad, a little size salad. I had cucumbers because I love their marinated cucumbers. I had marinated radishes because they're fucking fire. And then I had a shit ton of meat with rice paper because I love rice paper. And onion. I did have onions. Mm-hmm. That was it. And then you know what I fucking did? Yeah, it's a starter because I was starving and you have to wait till the food comes so you can cook it. But I was fucking starving. So salad, that should come out quick. Same with the starters. That's what I love going to Korean barbecue. That's why I love going to Mexican food because you get a free appetizer. You know what I'm saying? Chips and salsa, baby. They hit the table the second you sit down. So you're just like, oh, hell yeah. Because while I'm waiting for my shit, I'm hungry now. Okay? But the guy practically gave me permission to take... Korean barbecue does not let you take your meat home. But he gave me permission, practically. At least he did in my mind. Because he's like, just so they don't charge you extra, he's like, just put a napkin over the meat. I was like, and even my daughter looked at me and she goes, so he basically gave you permission to take the meat home. I was like, that's exactly how I was interpreting this too. And since they don't give me a Tupperware to take it home in, they so kindly put my rice paper in a bowl. That was a sign too, because I was like, fuck yeah, because I want rice papers, but you can't put them in paper towels because then it dries out. So I was like, that's my sign. Must be destiny. So I took 2 bowls home. Judge me not. They're like the cheapest bowls in the fucking world. Oh, good. Snaps for my mods. Yep. And guess what I had for dinner? More fucking Korean barbecue. I was hungry again. And guess what I'm having for dinner tonight? More. I'm just kidding. I'm having that for lunch. I'm not sure what I'm making for me and Honey Bunny tonight for dinner. Who knows? Or maybe he'll cook. If I say so. Should I take it as a good sign if I found an object of his in my car? I never saw it until now. Of course. You missed your snaps, baby. I said snaps for all my mods. Oh, guys, I love letting people keep assumptions that benefit me. One was just said, what do they do this shit? What the fuck is this? Somebody gave an assumption yesterday. I said, I'll let them keep that because that benefits me. Do you think if someone does something evil to you, you can revise that situation and make them do good? Yeah, you can. 1,000%. But one, that's a two-part thing, Lily, okay? is the first part is the way you see them. You can't see them as doing evil things to you because it doesn't matter. I'm going to advise against that, Nadine. I'm going to strongly advise against that. So Lily, you would have to see them as not an evil person, right? Somebody who would not do evil things to you and as a good person, right? Because if you literally just describe them as not an evil person, but somebody that's a good person, then they would then they would naturally do good things instead of evil things, right? That's how you're going to get them to do that. You can revise. There's two ways you can do that. You can visualize. I'm not a big visualizer, so I don't get the whole visualization revision, to be frank. I don't get it because how visualizing and revising a breakup through visualization. How the fuck? For me, the reason I never did that is because it didn't make sense to me. I was like, well, what am I supposed to visualize instead? Like that day, you know what I'm saying? And then how does my mind, because it's not like I'm visualizing the breakup, you know what I mean? So if I'm not visualizing and replaying in my mind's eye the breakup over and over again through visualizing, then how's my subconscious mind knowing, okay, we're swapping this shit out. Got it, right? Because I'm not visualizing the breakup. So, and most of you aren't, right? But what are you doing? You're replaying the breakup in your mind. Okay. You're thinking about what they said. You're replaying the conversations that took place. That's what you're doing. You're not sitting there like, let me go ahead and fantasize about my breakup and replay it on a movie screen. You know what I mean? But you're doing it through your thoughts by replaying the conversations. So that to me made more sense to me. And so I was like, if I'm going to revise, then I'm going to revise through my inner conversations, through what I'm telling myself. Like we've always been together, right? We've always been together. We have the best relationship. We've always had the best relationship. I'm the only one he's ever loved. We've always been together, right? That made more sense to me versus we're not together. You know what I'm saying? Versus visualizing something different because I just didn't see that it doesn't make to this day. It still doesn't make much sense. Okay, so what you could do is they've never done anything evil to me. Like literally, they've only ever done good things for me. They've only ever done good things for me. They've only ever done good things for me. That's what I would tell myself to revise them doing something evil to you. But again, this is a two-parter, okay? You must see them as doing good things to you, not evil things. Because you can fucking revise till you're blue in the face, but if you see them as an evil person that does mean things to you, they have to play their part. Okay, they literally can't do good things unless you change how you describe them. Okay? And Lar, of course you should take that as a sign. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Oh, that means he's coming back. That absolutely means he's coming back. Mm-hmm. That's right, Cleveland. Well, Dova posted his complete turnaround 48 hours. 48 hours. Oh, I'm way behind you. Nadine, this is why, Nadine, this is my love. This is why I advise against you texting your SP, okay? Because you keep doing it and he keeps not responding. And I'm not throwing that assumption out there. I'm just telling you what the shit is right now so you get a grip. Because when you texted him for his birthday, you just kept refreshing. You even admitted this shit to yourself. that you kept refreshing, checking, and you got all in your fucking thoughts about it. You literally got all in your fucking thoughts about it. You admitted that shit, that you spiraled. So why in the fuck would you want to do that again? Why would you want to do that again? No. Let him come to you. Because it's easier for you to maintain a strict mental diet. Thanks, NY2NC. It's easier for you to maintain a strict mental diet. For you. Okay, literally. Because you're still lacking the discipline. But doing things that are going to trigger your ass even fucking more, it's not going to pan out for you. It just sets you back over and over and over again because you're intentionally doing things that you know are going to hurt your feelings. Why would you do that? You can't even stay off his fucking Facebook for 24 hours. Come on. You can't even stay off his Facebook for 24 fucking hours. So why in the fuck would you continue to do things that would trigger you and get you all in your fucking feelings? And not in a good way. That's fucking stupid. And I'm not going to let you do. I'm not going to let you do it, bitch. Do you understand? Because I care about you. Chris, snaps for Chris. SP just texted him. Yeah, I don't know Cleveland, what you worried about, man? Chris is on fire. He's a guy. He's a dude. And said she misses me and wants to hang out with me tomorrow. Yes. See, okay, let's talk to the fellas for a second. Okay? Let's talk to the fellas who are manifesting a woman. Okay? You have to understand something. Or, it depends, actually. I'll take that statement back, actually. I'm going to talk to the fellas for just a second. It doesn't matter if you're manifesting a man or a woman. It actually doesn't matter. You have to understand, you need to step into your king energy. Take a look around at the comments. Take a look around at the comments. How many women are very emotional. Clearly. Just, if you've been here a little while, you know. They're very emotional. So, same with if you're a man manifesting another man, okay? You guys are sensitive, emotional, right? Your SP is sensitive and emotional, same shit, okay? That's why I said it doesn't matter which way it goes when it comes to men manifesting a person. Is they lead with their hearts. They are very emotional, very sensitive. So you need to leverage that. You need to leverage that. Okay? By when you see women here posting comments of like, I can't stop thinking about him. I'm just so obsessed with him. I think about him all the fucking time. Leverage this. Leverage what you see as trends in the comments from the ladies. You think your SP is immune to that? No. Your SP is not immune to that, okay? It's not different. So that's where you need to leverage that and be like, yeah, they literally are obsessed with me. They're obsessed with me. Like, they literally cry every fucking night that we're not together because they cannot stop thinking about me. You need to see the trends that women are going through in here when it comes to their SPs, who by the way, a majority of them are dudes. You're the dude. So get a grip, put on your crown, and go get your bitch. Or man. Whoever. Go get your person. Because they're waiting for you. Jesus Christ. They're a fucking sensitive, emotional basket case right now, waiting on your ass to buckle down, grow up, act like a man, and go get what you want. Go ahead, ask the ladies here. If you don't believe me. How many of the ladies here would love for their man to go get what they want? Them. Women literally give, when I deal with women and again, in case you're just joining us, the message for the men, women, look at it this way. Who are the ones that are constantly wanting to work on self-concept? The ladies, right? Self-love, the ladies. Confidence, the ladies. Are always the ones wanting to work on that. Okay? Who are the ones tearing themselves down a majority of the time? The ladies. So you have to leverage that. Call it what it is, but you got to leverage that. What you know about women. And if you're a man manifesting another man, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. They're sensitive. They're lonely. They're crying. They want nothing more than to be with you right now because they can't stop thinking about you. They are obsessing over you. Like cause take a look at them. Take a look at them. Crying, crying, crying. Wanting to be with you, wanting to be with you, wanting to be with you. Putting you on that pedestal, putting you on that pedestal. Over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. Leverage that. They already have you on the fucking pedestal, so step into it. Own it. Own it. They already have you on that pedestal. Leverage that. Channel. Play off their emotions. Play off of their emotions. Play off of their sensitive state. And you'll get them to conform. You will. You'll get them to conform when you play off the fact that they're sensitive and emotional and reactive. That they can't stand being away from me, shit. They literally cannot stand being away from me. They have to talk to me all the time. Just take a look at them. They do. I ain't making the shit up. If you take a look at the comments, they can't wait for their man to reach out to them. They want nothing more than to be with their man. So what the fuck makes you think your SP's any different? They're not. So go get what you fucking want. Go get what you deserve. Go get what you want, because trust me. Oh, trust me. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to man the fuck up. So when are you going to man up? I actually told a friend of mine who's going to write a book about this. I told him he should have totally written the book. No, Jen, I was talking to the fellas. Most men are not sensitive or emotional. I was talking to the fellas who are manifesting a woman. Oh, hold your questions, because I'll answer all of these. Oh, because here comes the fun times. Here comes the fucking fun times. With all the descriptions of their SPs as being avoidant and disappears randomly and ghosts me and he's an asshole. This, that, and the fucking third. But let me finish my sentence to the kings, because we're going to get into the method, okay? So you kings, man the fuck up and go get your SP. I told a friend that he should have written a book. Maybe I'll write the book. He refused to call it that. I told him that the book should be called Man the Fuck Up. Mm-hmm. They're waiting for you to man the fuck up. Come on now. So go man the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll write that. I'll just have everything I say about, because I'm going to write one about for men specifically. But that's my goal to you. Okay? What up, Terry, girlfriend? You blocked your SP from everywhere. I need pause, but I want him back. Okay. All right, we're going to hold these fucking questions real quick. Okay? Because I'm way behind on the question spectrum. I'm really realizing. So, anyway, I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds or a minute to get in a comfy place, and then also pull your SP's photos out so we can rock and roll around here because we're about to get some contact. Do you understand? Do you understand? I don't play here. Okay? I don't play around. If you are new here, my name is Jen. I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your favor. I manifested my SP from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks. We're still going right tight, baby, and strong. So if you, I'm here to help you do the same. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. So while you're there, subscribe. Go do it now. Watch. No, actually, don't go do it now. Go do it after. Watch them. Implement them. Do what I say, and you will get movement with your SP. That is a guarantee. Thank you. Okay. Also, yes. If you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you're going to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right, all links are in my bio or description if you're on YouTube. Okay. Also, we also offer now to recreate your SP story for you on the spot. So that you can get well, not on the spot. We are going to recreate your SP story for you so that you can get it right, so that they start conforming to the story. Okay. We hold out all the stops, and I'll explain why all of these are very important too after we do the techniques, okay? I'll explain it now real quick. SP story, we do the, you can get a custom SP song, which is going to play at your wedding, by the way, and we do offer it in different languages too, into your language. And we have affirmations. We curated affirmations by us. We also have guided meditations, hypnosis, audios, all the things. All the things in my bio, okay? I am the low price leader in the coaching space. I refuse to charge a shit ton of money because my mission is to help millions of people around the world, and I can't do that if I'm charging you $10,000, you know what I'm saying? So that's the vibe here. So I would highly suggest you take me up on my offer because I'm fucking good at it, and I'm here to help you be good at it too, because I've helped hundreds of people, and the amount of testimonials I have since I've been teaching this shit since February doesn't compare to people who have been teaching this shit for years. And that's because I know what I'm doing, because I manifested my SP back. If you're going to, whether you work with me or someone else, only work with someone who manifested their SP back. Keyword back. Okay? The reason why these are all important, in case you're not sure, okay? Good, Jess. The reason why these are all important is because of this. I like to pull out all stops, right? Kill all birds with one fucking stone when it comes to your SPs, okay? So why would you want, while we're focusing our efforts on certain things, we know that when we put random things out there, or we put less focus on certain things, those also manifest too, and actually tend to manifest quickly. Okay, so while you're focused on your affirming and your inner conversations for what you want with your SP, you also have an SP story that you're telling yourself, that you're reading to yourself only twice a day. They're also conforming to the things in that SP story. That speeds everything up, okay? Then if you have the song instead of, subliminals, if you have the song, then that's going directly into your subconscious mind, which is why you can recite songs lyric by lyric all the time, okay? Because it goes into your subconscious mind. Also, if you, then when I put you on the right fucking page, then it works like a charm, okay? So now you have a baseline. Okay, so this is why everything clicks together. Okay, you have affirmations that are manifesting as you're creating the assumption, inner conversations that are manifesting, because this is how you've been manifesting your entire life, so it pushes out quickly. SP story, so therefore they start to conform and do the things that they're doing in your story, right? And then, see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So you're pulling out all the fucking stops. It makes it real easy peasy lemon squeezy, baby. Okay? Alrighty. Now let's get started. No, she wrote it herself. Let's get started. Good, Justin. I'm glad, because that means you went and hold a script mode, which I'm proud of you, bitch. I'm proud of you. And of course, you're saying progress. Why wouldn't you? Glare works, what? Wants to buy you a Rolex, baby. I love that shit. I love that. I had a Rolex until I went out of town. And I had all kinds of like great jewelry, very expensive. And then I went out of town. This is with the ex that called me after 8 years of no contact. Went out of town and he decided to pawn everything. All my jewelry, only, of course. Because he needed to buy some shit. I was like, what the fuck? Yes. Anywho. Oh, right. Because I literally had like a wedding ring. I used to wear a wedding ring around, especially when I lived in Vegas, because I went out all the time to go like gamble, things like that alone. Yeah, I'd leave his whole fucking ass at home. But I would literally wear a wedding ring because I was tired of people hitting on me. And I figured if they saw a wedding ring, they wouldn't hit on me. Oh, man. Anywho, Danner. All right, now that I've rambled, okay, let's get comfy. Okay, so I want you guys to close your eyes. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now I want you to imagine that you're in a giant amphitheater. And in this amphitheater, it's dark outside, you're alone, and in front of you, there's a giant stage. And on that stage, there's a single stage light that goes from the ceiling down to the center of the stage. I want you to adjust your focus to the center of that light for just a moment. And as you focus on that light, you start to notice that you're actually not alone. In fact, you can see a dark, shadowy figure in the back of the stage out of the light. And as you start to shift your focus to that shadowy figure, you start to realize that that person is your SP. Now, I want you to say your SP's name, and I want you to tell them to come into the light, into the center of the stage. Do that now. Now, as your SP begins to walk into the light, into the center of the stage, you notice their facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs from the center of your third eye directly into their third eye. And as you're going to say these 2 phrases to your SP. And if you can hear them respond, great. If you can't hear their voice, that's okay too. I want you to look at your SP. And I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you yes. Now ask your SP, do you love me? Also hear them tell you yes. Now I want you to look at your SP and I want you to say these 4 phrases, but this time they're not going to respond, and that's okay. I want you to look at your SP in their eyes and I want you to tell them, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hand as if it's a pair of scissors. And I want you to cut the gold cord directly from your third eye only, leaving the gold cord intact in your SP's third eye. And as the gold cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand and I want you to grab the roots of that gold cord and just pull them out and toss them aside. And as the gold cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a balloon. And they get farther and farther, and they get smaller and smaller, and they get farther and farther, and they get smaller and smaller, and they get farther and farther, and they get smaller and smaller, and they get farther and farther, and smaller and smaller, and farther and smaller until they just disappear. Now take one more deep breath in and out and open your eyes. Now wake up, Bevy. She doesn't think I see shit. And if I just caused all of you guys to jump out of your skin right now, blame Bevy. Blame Bevy. Just saying. There you go. See, fellas, now I got all the ladies looking at their SP's photos saying, you need to man the fuck up and text me right now. It worked, baby. It worked. Now she's awake. Now she's awake. Oh, man. Okay. Now, get that picture of your SPs out. Courtney, pay the fuck attention. Okay? Oh, man. All right. And I mean, Courtney M. Love, pay the fuck attention. Okay? Now, first of all, you're not going to describe him as your ex. It's an SP or boyfriend, girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? It should just be described as boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. You know what I mean? All right, so. Well, Lydia, do I like Sammy Ingram? Okay. We'll take a little break before we do the SP photo for a sec to address this, in case you guys want to know, because I know she's big in the manifestation community. She's not really big in the manifestation community. I hope you guys do know this. Do I like her? I like her content is okay. Her old content is okay. Okay? And I mean, when I talk about her old content, I'm talking 4 to 5 years ago content. I'm not talking about today's content. I think she's completely, I don't fucking know. Anyway, she's not Sammy Ingram to me. She's Scammy Ingram. And the reason I'll tell you that is, one, she's not big in the manifestation community. She appears to be big because she buys her followers and buys her comments, and her success stories are not real. I have proof. I have receipts from Sammy's own mouth to a friend, which bad business 101, you're supposed to keep receipts, not give them. But anyway, she finds great satisfaction that she calls you guys desperate and vulnerable. So she raises her prices over and over again. She says, if people are that desperate that they're going to pay me for it, then that's what I'm going to get. So that's what she thinks. She thinks it's amazing to take advantage of people being desperate and vulnerable to get their SPs back. So she capitalizes on it. She doesn't believe in what she teaches. Okay. She doesn't even know if what she teaches works. Go figure. Okay. And if you look at her story, she hasn't manifested shit. Don't take my word for it. Look at her story. She tells it over and over and over again. How she manifested a home. That was her fucking mom's home. Okay. I mean, I guess you can consider that a manifestation, but it's not like she manifested financing for a home. Okay. Everyone told her no. And then all of a sudden her mom gave her the home. Hello. Okay. Second of all, she was manifesting. She tells you when she first got her start, while she was teaching manifestation, let's not forget. Okay. She was teaching manifestation. And Sammy follows me on TikTok, by the way. While she was teaching manifestation, she was affirming that she makes $500 a day. And she says, did I know? She goes, I have never even seen that type of money. Did I know where that money was going to come from? Hell nah. That's what she said. She goes, but I just kept saying it anyway. She goes, I thought it was going to come from my subscribers on YouTube. Obviously not. I know they say she's racist too. Obviously, they were going to come from your subscribers on YouTube if you bought and paid for them, bitch. Like, let's be frank, okay? That's not how you thought they were going to come. She's like, I didn't even offer coaching at the time. And then somebody gave me the idea to offer coaching. And that's how I made my money. Okay, so you teach how to get your SP back, but you've never manifested an SP back. You also teach on how to manifest money, but you were broker than a joke when you were teaching manifestation. If this is memory serving correct. They said, this is not, like I said, this isn't my opinion. This came out of her fucking mouth. Okay. And on top of that, she charges an arm and a leg for email coaching. I have seen the emails. It is the most watered down short email I've ever seen in my, and she's like, I spend 90 minutes writing emails. 90 minutes writing emails about fucking what? They were the most generic affirmations I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's just basic. It was basic. Like ChatGPT could have written that shit. Okay. Which I'm willing to bank ChatGPT writes her emails. So there's all of that. So like I said, if you're going to watch her content, 4 to 5 years ago, her content was good. But the stuff she talks about now, she flip-flops. Now she's all about spells. Then she says, and this is how you have to think about what, so that's why I said, just read her story and ask yourself if she knows what she's fucking doing. No, which is why she doesn't know if what she teaches works. Because she hasn't manifested shit. She hasn't manifested shit. And then people want to talk about her weight, right? And she's like, she goes, what you guys want to come and talk about my weight? You don't think I manifested that? Like weight loss? She goes, I'm down 2 dress sizes. And I was like, I'm not saying you have to look like a supermodel. And I'm not saying you need to manifest weight loss at all. You know what I'm saying? But you don't look like you're good at any of this shit. What else have you manifested? What have you manifested? You bought your followers. She goes in and she has her friends create fake accounts to leave testimonials regarding SPs and money so she can read them to you. Because that's how she does it. She reads them to you on videos. They're not real testimonials. So take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. I'm not saying but now she flip-flops. She says, I used to think you don't have to flip your negative thoughts. Or she says, I used to think you have to flip your negative thoughts, but you don't. Logically speaking here, if you don't have to flip your negative thoughts, then we would never manifest anything negative into our life. Isn't that correct? Isn't that just like common sense, logically speaking? Nothing would go wrong. We would have no negative manifestings. That's right, Shayna. Sex for Shayna. Gotta get beach body ready, bitch. You know, and so that's where you have to look at things from a logical perspective when people talk. So do I like her content from 4 to 5 years ago? Yeah, her content from 4 to 5 years ago is good. Her stuff now is stupid. She made a fucking video on how to make spells and she couldn't even remember how to do the fucking spell. Watch the video. She couldn't even remember if she folded it this way or that way, what paper she used, none of that shit. And I was like, what the fuck? She's more worried about her fucking background than she is about anything else. Okay? Than anything else. So there's that part. Okay. But do I think she's a good person? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have zero respect for her as a person because I have zero respect for anybody who would talk shit about the same people paying her fucking bills. It's called what it is. She can come on here. I don't give a fuck. How are you going to take advantage and call your audience desperate and vulnerable and then laugh at that shit and then think that shit is fucking funny when they're the ones paying for your little cushy ass little fucking lifestyle? And you're going to raise your prices because you think you're just that bitch? No, you're a fucking liar. And then she claims that she's going to come out publicly. No, the fuck she's not. Because the second she would come out publicly, her entire business would be non-existent. Non-existent. And if she's such a master at manifesting, then why was she telling her subscribers to follow or to subscribe to her husband's YouTube channel? Because she really wants her husband to quit his job, to work less so he can stay home with her and make more fun cooking videos. Can't you manifest that shit, bitch? Can't you manifest that? The fuck's wrong with you? So what the fuck have you actually manifested? So that's my little spew on Sammy Ingram. In case, and I didn't mention it. I didn't mention it. Someone asked me. Someone asked. And so that's right, world domination, baby. So I have the job, Sammy Ingram, Jenna. So it is my job to shut out. Yeah, that's right, Taylor Morgan. In conclusion, no to Sammy Ingram. It is my job, because all she says is affirm. Like literally, she makes a million videos that I'll just say affirm. It's like at the end of the day, that's all she says. Okay? Which tells me she hasn't manifested shit. Because if all you had to do was affirm, logically speaking again, if all you had to do was affirm, then everyone would have everything, right? Everyone would have their SPs. Everyone would have all the money in the fucking world. Everyone would have everything if all you had to do was affirm. But she doesn't know that. Because she hasn't manifested shit. There's that part. That's right, baby. That's right, Courtney. So that's my thing. That's my thing. I don't teach. I did not manifest my boyfriend back so I could teach on the shit. See what I'm saying? No, I wanted my boyfriend back. And then people started asking how I did it. I told them how I did it. A handful of people, and within a week, they were like, oh shit, I got movement with my SP. This is amazing. You should teach this. And I was like, why? But then I remembered my purpose, right? My mission. This is why I taught weight loss. Okay. This is why I taught confidence before, right? Self-love. This is why I taught all that shit before, because my mission in life was to help millions of people, to change the lives of millions of people around the world. So what greater satisfaction is there than to bring love back to people's lives? You know what I'm saying? With the ones that I love. I sleep like a baby at night. Sammy Ingram, on the other hand, she not sleep like a baby at night. Why do you think she doesn't believe in karma? She doesn't believe in karma. I guess that's a good thing for her. But you know, I'm just saying. I think so, Shayna. I think so. I mean, yes, Nadine. Oh, yes, Nadine. That's right. According to her, she did manifest her boyfriend bringing her Starbucks. So, if you want to stick with her, go right ahead, bitch. But she doesn't give a fuck about you. She doesn't. You're nothing but you're not a person to her at all. At all. Which is why she doesn't do phone coaching. She only does email coaching. Which you're probably still not even fucking talking to her. How the hell do you know she's writing the emails? How do you know that? You want to know? I'm willing to bank on who's writing the fucking emails. Chat GPT. And then she has probably some VA that goes through and scans through them, or maybe she scans through them and changes a couple words, you know, so that you don't know it's Chat GPT. You know what I'm saying? Oh, good, Shantae. Snaps for Shantae. So that's all I'm saying. See, this is what happens when people fucking get me on a rant when they want to ask me about this bitch. Okay? When they want to ask me about this bitch. Just saying. I was, like I said, I didn't bring her up. I didn't bring her up. See, thanks, Bevy. See, that's what happens. I knew it. When somebody mentioned her fucking name, I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. I have to address it. Because if I can get people to stop listening to this bitch that doesn't really give two fucks, then job fucking done. I'll sleep like a baby at night if they stop listening to that broad. Just saying. And then she tells you the only person, on a side note, real quick, and then we're doing the photo method. Then on a side note, she tells you the only person that she follows is Hyler, which Hyler also teaches manifestation. That's right. Hyler also teaches manifestation, and she was living at her fucking parents' house. Can't she manifest some shit? You know what I'm saying? Can't she manifest that money or success or something to get out of your parents' house? Especially when she openly tells you it was not a healthy environment there. She couldn't she couldn't change her assumptions of her parents. Because she tells you it was a toxic situation. Like I said, I don't make the shit up. I go off of what they said in their videos. That's where you have to literally ask yourself if it makes sense. Why in the fuck would I be listening to somebody teaching me how to manifest my SP back and money and all this shit while they're living with mommy and daddy, and then they can't even change their assumption of their parent? When that's the easiest fucking thing to do. It's literally the easiest thing to do. And then she got an apartment. Kudos to her, but she's been teaching manifestation. She announced she got an apartment. Maybe, I don't watch her often at all. Maybe like less than 6 months ago, but she's been teaching this shit for a while. Careful who you're listening to. Careful who you're listening to. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I refuse to do that. I've thought about it before. To like get your start, if you will. But I refuse to buy comments. I won't do that because it's fucking lying. And it's unethical. We'll start with the obvious. And you know if they buy comments, Robert Zink buys comments too, by the way. He bought his followers too, by the way. A fair amount of them. Okay? All of that shit. I'm just saying. So be careful. They buy their shit and you'll know. Thanks, Brandy. And you'll know. Trust me, you will fucking know. Because people will comment and reply to those are real comments, okay? When they're like, what did you do? Because clearly they didn't watch the video, you know? And those people will not comment back. Of course not, because they're bots. And that's what they pay for initial comments, okay? So, and they pay for views because that's what pushes their shit out. So now is their audience growing on their own? Yes. Yes, it's growing on their own because they needed to trick the algorithm to continue to push their videos out. So now they organically get subscribers. See what I'm saying? It's a whole fucking thing. It's a whole thing. I refuse to do that shit because I think that is the most unethical thing in the world. And that's not in alignment with who the fuck I am. I would not even be able to sleep at night like that. I'd feel so guilty. I feel so guilty. So, yeah. There's that. So, anywho, Nanner, okay, now that I rambled on that shit, and we just threw rocks at a bunch of different people. And like I said, don't take my word for that shit. They said it the fucking selves. Okay, this is why I started thinking that the things they're doing doesn't make sense. The things they're saying doesn't make sense. That's what got me thinking that way. And then I started looking at their stories like, who the fuck? I'm not going to listen to a child on how to fucking manifest. But anywho, okay. Photo method. You've got your photos out by now. All right. So I want you guys to go back to the beginning of your relationships. Okay. Before you met your SPs, I want you to go back. Okay. To a time when you met your SP. And I want you to remember who the fuck you were. Who were you? I want you to remember who you were when you met your SP. Because over your relationship, not only does your SP change over time, so the version of your SP in the beginning of your relationship is not the same as they were at the end of your relationship, right? But the same applies with you. You also are not the same person at the end of your relationship that you were at the beginning of your relationship, because oftentimes when we're in relationships, we start to change our identities based on our relationship. We also let relationships create insecurities within ourselves. So therefore, you also change. So I need you to go back, and I need you to right now to remember who you were at the beginning of your relationship when you were just vibing through life, bitch. You were just vibing through life. Okay? And it was, Brianna, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay? And you were just literally vibing through life, right? And you knew who you were. You had a confidence level about you and a surety about you. You knew who you were. You were not defined by relationships. And then you met your SP, right? And sure, like you were totally fine being alone. You were taking care of yourself, all of that. And then you met your SP. And sure, some of you guys weren't even interested in your SPs when you first met them, right? But maybe you were interested in your SP, and sure, maybe you wanted them, but you definitely didn't need to be with them. You definitely didn't need to be with them. Okay? So you need to know that, and I need you right now to remember that version of you, because that version of you is who your SP was attracted to, desired, wanted to talk to, wanted to be with, wanted to talk to all the time, was constantly spending time with you, caught feelings for you, wanted to be in a relationship with you. That version of you is who your SP chased. So if in order for you to reconnect with your SP, you need to get back to that version, but the elevated version of yourself, the 2.0 version that's evolved, because that's what we do here is we help you evolve. So therefore you get different shit. I want you to step into it like it's a whole fucking bodysuit right now. Like it's a whole bodysuit right now. I want you to step into that, okay? Into that version right now. And I want you to hold on to this version of you, because this version of you is who they fell in love with, who they saw a future with. Okay. Now, I want you to go to a time in your relationship when everything was perfect, where you didn't question any fucking thing, where your SP was checking all the boxes. I want you to go back to that time in your relationship right now. Do it right now. Okay? And I want you to remember who your SP was for you. Who were they at that time for you? Spend like 20 seconds. Remember who they were as a person for you. How did they treat you? How did they make you feel? Recall that version of them only. Only that version of them. Okay? Because that version of your SP checked all the boxes. That version of your SP, you never questioned anything. You knew how they felt about you. You knew that they would talk to you every single day. You didn't question if you would hear from them that day. You absolutely knew you would, because you talked all the time. That version of your SP, you never questioned how they felt about you. If you were going to see them, if they wanted to be in a relationship with you, you just knew all of this. Therefore, they confirmed it all. I want you to step and remember who that version of your SP was for you. Do that now, because that version of your SP for you is also who won your heart, who you fell in love with. So in order for you to come back together and have a thriving relationship and come back into contact with each other and to move forward in your relationship with each other, you must become the version of you that you were in the beginning of your relationship, and then you must select the version of your SP that was absolutely perfect for you. Because those two versions are what caused you both to fall in love. And those two versions are what allowed your relationship to escalate quickly. So from this point forward, the only version of you that exists is a confident motherfucker, a badass bitch or man. a boss ass bitch or man, where it's like, I have options. I'm on that pedestal because I know exactly who the fuck I am. And relationships do not define who I am. I'm responsible. I'm responsible. Thanks, son. I'm responsible for my feelings. I'm responsible for what's in my reality. And I'm responsible alone. So I'm going to take control. And from now on, the only version of no more bitching about your SPs. Because from now on, the only version of your SP that exists from this point moving forward is perfect version of your SP. The way you want them to be for you, the way you want and expect them to show up for you. That's the only version of them that exists from this point moving fucking forward. Okay? Okay. Because the reality is no contact does not exist. It may not be pushed out into your 3D right now, but you have been in contact with your SP the entire time. I don't care if you haven't verbally talked to your SP, and I don't care if you haven't verbally talked to your SP in fucking 25 years. Doesn't matter. You have been talking to them for the last 25 years, whether you're aware of it or not. Every time, thanks, Lisa. Every time you think about them, they think about you. And every time they think about you, you think about them. Which is why sometimes you have to try to not think about them. That is because they are thinking about you. So what are you communicating with them? What are you communicating with them? You have been talking to them all the time. Now you're just learning how to control what you're communicating with them. They have thought about you all the time. Okay. You think you're blocked on social media? No, bitch, you have a stalker. Okay. They're going on your profile all the time, getting a window into your life, peeking, getting little peeksy peeks to see what you've been up to. Okay, they're going down memory lane after memory lane in their photo gallery. Care to know, ladies, what they're doing to your photos? They're looking at your photos all the time, remembering what the amazing times you had together, everything. That's what they're remembering. They're recalling. They're looking at your photo. They have written endless text messages to you. They have looked at your contact for a long time. They've been looking for the right words to say because they're dying to tell you everything that you want to hear. They've been waiting to tell you everything that you want to hear. They've been waiting to come back into your life. But up until now, you have not allowed them to press that send button, that call button, to contact you. Because you have repeatedly selected the version of your SP that didn't. You're repeatedly telling yourself the opposite. You're repeatedly expecting something. Okay? You're expecting one out of two things. You're either expecting them to contact you or not contact you. You're expecting them to want to be with you, not want to be with you. You're expecting them to want to talk to you, not want to talk to you. You're expecting them to want to see you, not want to see you. Either way, you are expecting something. And the only reason why you are expecting the opposite of what you want is because you are looking at the 3D. You were looking at the 3D. But the 3D will confirm as soon as you confirm to yourself. So right now, you're going to start expecting something different. Expect what you want instead of what you're currently seeing in your reality. Okay? Now, if you are new here, just so you know, I do pause this live for a couple minutes while you do this technique. So if not, how in the hell am I supposed to go to the ladies' room? And then also, you're going to want to stick around because I have a couple things that we're going to discuss a little bit more in detail. Okay. Thanks, bitch. We're going to discuss some things in detail, and I'm going to tell you guys what we're doing today, which is the same thing that we're doing a lot. Okay. But you guys need to get a fucking grip. Literally. Okay. Okay. So there's that part. All right. And then I'm going to give you some parting ways. Oh, not parting ways. That sounded fucking stupid. I'm going to be giving you guys a task to do. Okay, a task to do. that I feel, well, every task I fucking give you is designed to benefit you. If you would do them, then you would get the results. Okay? Okay. Now, if you are new here, put on your fucking crown. If you are not new here, I need you to straighten that shit, and I need you to straighten your crown right fucking now. Because here we get what we want, and we get it when we want it. We don't wait for shit. When queens and kings give a command, do they have to question, wonder, worry, doubt, check to see if their command is going to be fulfilled? Nope. When queens and kings give a command, there's nothing to fucking check. There's nothing to question. They gave the command. They know that it must be fulfilled. They know that it's done. I gave the command. They will do what the fuck I say. Period. Well, bitch, bruh, that is now you. When you give a command, you expect, you know, I gave that command, like, motherfucker, I don't know what you think this fucking shit is, but knock, knock. Did you hear what I said? Okay, like you're talking to a child. Okay, it needs to be like a parent to a child, okay? When you tell your child what to do you expect their ass to do it? You're damn right. Well, now that is your SP. That same expectation, like, excuse me, bitch. Did you hear what the fuck I said? And that's what you're going to do. Okay? All right, so if you are in no contact with your SP, or you are in contact with your SP, but it is not consistent contact, then you're going to tell them to contact you. Okay, so you're going to look at the photo, and if you're alone, say it out loud. Say it with a little bit of backbone. If you're not alone, then say it in your mind so you don't look like a complete fucking wacko. All right? Okay. Now, if you are in no contact with your SP, or you are in contact but it is not consistent contact, then you are going to tell them to what? Contact you. Okay, you can say contact, calling, texting. It really doesn't fucking matter. Okay, it really doesn't matter. Because however they would naturally reach out to you is exactly how that's going to happen. Okay, so you're going to look at their photo with a little bit of goddamn fucking backbone. You're going to tell them, before we get started, I want you all to say this. I know exactly how they feel about me. Say it. I know that they want a relationship with me. I know this for a fact. Say it. They are going to tell me everything that I want to hear. Say it. I know. I absolutely know that they are going to contact me right now. Say it. Okay, now we can begin. You're going to look at your SP's photo and you're going to say, you are calling me right now. 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 Okay, and after this exercise, when we come back from the brief pause of this live, I'm going to tell you other ways to leverage their photo. Okay? And I got a new idea too, by the way. All right, anyway. Now, if you are in consistent contact with your SP, then you're going to look at their photo and you can tell them they're contacting you right now, or you can tell them they're coming to see you today. Like, bitch, you are coming to see me today. You are fucking coming to see me today. Get angry with them. You are coming to see me today. You are coming to see me today. Like, today. See you soon, honey bunny. You're coming to see me today. Okay, that kind of attitude. Same with talking. Same with the contact. Like do that, okay? I want you to do that. You are texting me today. You are texting me today, honey. I can't wait to talk to you today because you are completely texting me today, right? Throw random shit in there like that, okay? Now, if you're in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriage ship, any of that shit, then what you're going to do is you can tell them you're contacting me right now. You're coming to see me today, or you can have fun with it. You can say, you're buying me dinner tonight. You're bringing me dinner tonight. You're giving me sexy time tonight. You're going to give me a massage tonight. You're coming over to watch a movie with me tonight. Whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. And Courtney, bitch, stick around because I am going to have a little message to you. Okay. All right. Your crowns are on. Don't take them off. Wear them proudly. Oh, snaps for Mina, too, because she got contact today, by the way. After being blocked. Okay. So go ahead, or yesterday, and give your commands and expect them to contact you. And don't fucking go a goddamn place. And we're back. Okay, Courtney and Love. This is where the saying is that you need to evolve, okay? You need to do better. You need to do better. You need to evolve and stop reacting. You need to learn to shut the fuck up and change it in your mind. Nothing ever, you guys need to understand, this is common fucking sense. This is common sense. Because I'm tired of seeing people, we had an argument. That is like a trigger word for me now. It's like a trigger word for me. Because I'm like, argued about what? Usually it's over something very fucking stupid. And then second of all, nothing good comes from the argument. Neither one of you are happy, okay? After the argument, it's not like, oh my God, this was the best argument ever. I love you so much. No, okay? Nothing good comes from the argument. And second, not only does nothing good come from the argument, but nothing gets resolved. Nothing gets resolved. Nothing at all. They still don't do what you fucking want them to do. Okay. Thank you, TikTok. Anyway, nothing gets resolved from it. They still don't do what you want to do, so you may as well save your fucking breath. Stop reacting when they do something that pisses you off. Internalize. We do not verbalize, we internalize. Oh yeah, all of these sayings will be on my wall. So subconsciously, you'll be picking up on them. Now, I'm trying to help you guys out. Okay? So subconsciously, you guys will be picking up on all these sayings and they will get ingrained in your fucking mind, palace, because that's where you should be going. Because you're like, I'm sorry, did he just say something that is triggering to me? Oh, did he just say something I don't like? Okay, okay. Oh, I totally understand. In here, the fuck I do. I do not understand at all. Here's what I want from you, bitch. Here is what I want from you, period. And then they happily do it because it's their idea. When you verbalize, I stand by this. There's two words that are brought up in every fucking argument you ever have. Always and never. You always do this. You never do this. You always do this. You never do this. Those are two words that always come up. And the reason why they push back is because you're so blinded by the fact that they've done it since then, but you refuse to acknowledge it. So the next time you get upset, you're like, you never do this. And they're like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? Because they've done it, but you revert back and it slides back over and over and over again. So what is the goddamn fucking point? What is the point? You may as well just save your goddamn breath. Save your breath. Good, Tyrese. Good, Tyrese. And in case you are unaware of my list method, I made a video about it. I should make you guys go watch that shit. Help me get my watch hours up. I'm just kidding because it's on TikTok and I don't get paid off watch hours. So there's that. I told you. Unless you're solely an influencer online, you don't make a shit ton. Why do you think people sell on TikTok shops? Because you don't make money off of TikTok Live. You don't. Literally, I go live every day for 3 hours. Do you know how much money I make on TikTok Live? Like $20 a week. I guess I could buy myself a cup of coffee with that, right? Although somebody did slide into my DMs yesterday. I asked them if this was a fucking joke. They had no followers. And they were following no one. They slid into my DMs and they offered to send, they said, can I send you? They said, just because you're so beautiful, can I send you $7,000? I was like, sure, slide that shit. I'm just kidding. I wrote back, I said, is this a fucking joke? I didn't hear back. Okay, but anyway, but I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed. So the list method is this in a nutshell. I like to triple bind shit, okay? I like to pull out all the stops, okay? Which is why I have you guys do certain things to pull out all the stops. So, so the list method is where you write an entire list of everything that they've ever said to you about how they feel about you, how they feel about you, things that they love about your relationship, and things that you want them to fucking feel about you and what you want them to. Just write all that shit down. Go in whole story, like make a whole list. Like, even if they've never verbalized, cool, sick. Well, here's what I want them to fucking feel about me. Here's what I want them to love about our relationship, all that shit, right? And then you're going to read it 3 different ways. Okay. The first way is, I know this, I know this, I know this, right? Everything on the list. I know. Okay. Because we want that to get into your subconscious mind on what you know, because as you know, what pushes out, this is where we leverage. What pushes out is what you know. Okay. So you want to tell yourself repeatedly what you fucking know. repeatedly. Several times throughout the day, you guys should be telling yourself what the fuck you know. Okay? Because your subconscious mind takes you at your word. It doesn't have the ability to decide. So that's where we leverage and say, well, if it doesn't have the ability to decide, it takes me at my word, then let me tell myself what the hell I know. Because it's like, oh, well, we know this, push it out. Okay? So that's the point of that one. Then you go through the list again, and now it's he knows, he knows, he knows, he knows, he knows, he knows, he knows. Because if we can create assumptions within our own subconscious mind, right? And we know thought transmission is real. And when we speak to them and we say he, it flips to I into his subconscious mind, into his thoughts. Then why can't we reprogram his subconscious mind? Why can't we create assumptions within your SP's subconscious mind too? So that's why you say he knows, okay? Because it flips to I know in him. And now what pushes out into his reality is no different than yours. The way the subconscious mind works is the same for everybody. So, and no one's going to tell you this shit except for me, okay? Because I know how it works, because that's my background, okay? So, and they don't. So that's where you leverage and say, okay, so if thought transmission is real, then I can control this shit and leverage and create assumptions within him about what he knows. Because what pushes out in his reality? What he knows. So let's help his ass out. Let's help his ass out. Now we go ahead and we now look at his photo, and now you go through the entire list again and you look at his photo and say, you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. Okay? Because now that goes into his subconscious mind and flips to I know. So now you've told him twice. Let's speed this bitch up. You know what I mean? That is the list method. You're welcome. That is my list method, by the way. That is not the list method in law of assumption. Okay? That's not the list method in the law of assumption. So don't go Google search and list method or on YouTube list method, because they're not going to give you that one. They're going to give you the same one everybody fucking gives. Good, Courtney. Good. And do you care to know? Do you want to know? Like, this is common sense, okay? Do you want to know why information is regurgitated, like why you can literally type in the list method on, or the whisper method on YouTube or TikTok, and you can find 55,000 different people all saying the exact same thing? Because they're fucking regurgitating information. They're parroting information they saw in another video, hence why everybody's teaching the same fucking shit. Common sense. Okay, so that's the list method. So I suggest you guys do it. Okay, now we are, that's right, bitch. It's I know all the way through, then it's he knows all the way through, and then it's photo, you pull up their photo, and now it's you know all the way through. So it's like, I think that it's like 3 videos back in my TikTok. So save it. Or it's today's video. I don't fucking know. It's one of those videos. So save it. Now, we are going to have fun with their photo today. Okay? We're going to have fun with their photo today. So, Casper, I saw your shit come through. So I thought, thank you, Casper. Thank you. I saw your shit come through, so I'm not going to tell you, but for the 10,000th time, ignore their ass. Ignore their ass. Okay, ignore her. She friend zoned you. I don't even know what that means. Friend zoned. No. Nope. She is absolutely in love with me. She loves me. Okay. Now, in their photo today, you're going to talk to their photo. Okay. Now we're gonna have a little fun with their photo. Okay. Because there's all kinds of things you guys can do with their photo. Is women, I want you to be very flirtatious with your boyfriends today. Or girlfriends. Okay. And when I mean very flirtatious, I mean, if you know what I mean. Okay, we're going to talk to 2 heads for your SP today. If you, again, know what I mean. Because I had a great night last night, guys. I had a amazing night last night. And I want you guys to all have the same. I want you guys to all have the same. Okay? So we're going to get very flirtatious with our SPs today. Okay? And you're going to tell them as well that they absolutely love being your boyfriend, husband, wife, girlfriend, whatever. You know you love being my boyfriend. You literally know you love being my boyfriend. You absolutely know you love being my boyfriend. And all you can think about, honey, is how good I look. Because you know what? I'm ready to rock your fucking world tonight. Yeah, that's right. You know you can't get me out of your mind. You know you cannot get me out of your mind. You know what I'm going to do to you, honey. You know that type of shit? Okay? That type of stuff? Okay? That's... That's what you're going to do. Okay? You have to have fun with this, okay? You have to have fun with this. On top of that, what you're also going to do is you're going to tell them what their shit is. Exactly, Sabrina. Exactly. You're going to tell them it's $100 max, bitch. It's literally her name, by the way. Okay. Can I tell him, can you talk? Oh, yes, Jillian, I will. Yes, I will. Okay. But you want to understand, okay? You need to understand that I want you to really, really focus on harnessing your power today and remembering who the fuck you are. Okay? I'm the queen. I'm the king. I'm going to go get my person, period. I'm going to discipline myself today. I'm not going to fucking react. I'm not going to spiral. I'm not going to waver. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to toot my own goddamn fucking horn over and over and over again. Toot, toot, bitch. Toot, toot. Okay, yeah. I'm going to love on myself today. I am literally going to love on myself today. Well, Martha, now he contacts you all day, every day. All day, every day. Do dreams mean anything? Yes, dreams mean whatever you want them to mean. Do not decipher your dream, though, okay? Do not decipher your dream, okay? Because this is where people fuck it up. And they're like, oh, but, you know what I'm saying? All this shit. And they screw it up. Well, Taylor, I guess you'll help me get my watch hours up. Okay? And that's when they screw it up. Okay? So you want to make sure your inner conversations are on point today. Are on point. Your inner conversations today are all focused about how you know exactly how the fuck they feel about you. I want you guys to get crystal clear on that. Crystal clear on that. So majority of your inner conversations today are all going to be focused on reminding yourself how they feel about you. Telling yourself that. I know how they feel about me. I absolutely know that they love being my boyfriend. Like, I'm the best thing in the fucking world that's ever happened to them, and they know this. Like, they literally can't stop thinking about me. They think about me all day, every fucking day. Yep. Because I am that bitch, and I know how they feel about me. I know that they love me. I absolutely know they love me. They think I'm absolutely fucking amazing. You know, they think I'm the best thing since sliced goddamn bread. Okay? Really, really, really hone in on inner conversations all about how they feel about you. Because they can only feel how you assume they feel about you. Those feelings don't die, okay? Unless you decide that they've changed. Unless you decide that they've changed. I don't give a shit if there's gutter trash in the mix. You think I give a shit? Nope. Gutter trash is now showing him everything that he doesn't want. Everything about, nope. Gutter trash shows him everything that he doesn't fucking want. And all she does is remind him of exactly how the fuck he feels about me. Yep. It's all about you and how he feels about you. How they feel about you. Stop questioning that shit. Because this is why you get hot and cold behavior from your SP. This is why you get them confirming the opposite of what you want them to confirm. This is why you get the friend zone. This is why you can't get them to commit. This is why you can't get any of that shit. Because you're not sure how they feel about you. You want them to confirm how they feel about you, but they can only confirm, right? Because remember, they're like robots. They can only confirm what you think. That's it. That is it. So this is why you guys end up waiting for them to do the things that you want them to do. No, they can only confirm. So what are they confirming right now? If they're confirming not what you want, this is why they're not confirming what you want. Because you don't know. You don't know. You need to know. You need to know. Exactly, Courtney. Exactly. Good, Ray. I'm looking forward to talking to you. Okay. And that's what you guys need to understand. Okay. And so that is your task today, is to really, 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 yes, Jess, it is one of the last 3 videos that I posted. I gave the list method. I'm pretty sure it's the first of the last 3. Well, that would be the 3rd one over from the left to the right. Okay, so that's why I need you to understand. Okay, and so this will really, really help you. This will really, really help you where you could, because once you have that clarity, once you really get that shit in there, and you just do that by reminding yourself of this shit, then now all of a sudden, ping, the light bulb goes off in their head like, I fucking love this bitch. I know now. Like, I know now. You guys should all be telling yourself that. Well, Lisa, with 2 hearts, you could stop describing him as dismissive, avoidant, and so stubborn. Stop describing him that way. Stop describing him that way, because do you want to be with somebody that's like that? No. No. So describe him in a way that benefits you only. Describe him in a way that benefits you. Because I don't think you started dating him because he was dismissive, avoidant, and stubborn. Did you? Were those his favorite qualities? No. That's not who he was. And this is where you guys tend to forget. Okay? Because this may very well be the version that's showing up now. But that wasn't the version of them that was who they were when you met them. No. You've seen them change. You've seen the version of them when you met them and compare them to them now. They're different versions. So that's all you. It's all you. You keep selecting different versions and keep describing them in a way that doesn't benefit you, and it gets worse and worse and worse. Therefore, they have to play their part. They have to be dismissive. They have to be avoidant. They have to be stubborn if that's how you're going to describe him. So why don't you try describing him in a positive light? Okay? Describe him in a positive light. That is the only way you can get him to change. Okay? Because you have literally seen them be somebody totally different. You already know what your SPs are capable of. Okay? Because you've seen that. Right. I mean, an avoidant is like, I've never heard people describe SPs like that until I started teaching the shit, to be quite frank. I didn't know no contact was a thing until I started watching YouTube videos. I didn't know that was like a title, because I never viewed it as in like, we're in no contact. Because the more you say that, this is what's wrong. This is what's fucked up in the manifestation community, is creating assumptions within you and not telling you to stop acknowledging that you're in no contact. They tell you how to break no contact. Well, they try to teach you that shit. But they don't tell you to stop saying that shit, because you guys have to remind yourself what manifests, what creates an assumption, repetition. So if you're going to keep telling yourself there's no movement in the 3D, guess what you're not going to see? And now that's an assumption that you have created because you have repeatedly told yourself that. Same with by you acknowledging no contact over and over and over again, because for the 10,000th time, you're not in no contact. You've been in contact the whole time. So no contact is not a thing. But if you keep acknowledging no contact, no contact, no contact, care to guess what's creating an assumption within you? That you're not in contact, that you're in no contact. So while you're affirming for contact, as you keep acknowledging no contact, you care to guess what's staying right in your 3D? Yeah, because that's an assumption you've created. So now you have to work in double time to change that assumption. But that's why they don't know what they don't know. And that's why they tell you just affirm, but they say nothing about the inner conversations you're having all fucking day long. No one talks about that shit. All they do is tell you to affirm. Detach, let it go. You gotta be in high vibe. You gotta feel it to be real. All that stupid shit. But you didn't feel it to be real when you didn't feel the breakup, did you, for it to be real? Nope. You didn't affirm for the breakup, did you? Nope. You didn't visualize the breakup, did you? Nope. You didn't just decide that he was going to break up with you, did you? Nope. So what created the breakup then? Oh, that's right. Your inner conversations. The things that you were speaking about, the things that you were thinking about, you brought about. So this is where I teach you to leverage all of that shit. Let's go ahead and let's distract our thoughts through affirming, right? We want to distract our thoughts so we don't give anything another option to get up in this shit. But then inner conversations manifest quickly, because that's how you manifested your breakup. That's how you've manifested everything in your entire life. So if that's the case, that it pushes out very quickly, which is why you think about something negatively one time and it manifests, that is because of an inner conversation or inner thought that you had, which is an inner conversation, or maybe you spoke verbally to somebody and therefore it manifested exactly perfectly. And that shit manifests quickly. So then you know what we got to do? I'm so fucking confused, poor tabs. I am so confused right now. So then if I also have inner conversations that are in alignment with what I'm affirming for, because everything has to be in alignment. This is why you're not seeing movement, because you're affirming, but your inner conversations are going this way. Okay. They're not together. So if I can focus on affirming to create the assumptions to get in here, while I'm also aligning my inner conversations with what I'm affirming for, so they're on the same goddamn page, working in alignment, because my inner conversations are going directly into my subconscious mind, and boom, they push out quickly. So then I want to leverage all that shit. And if I can, and thought transmission is real. So if that's how it works in my subconscious mind, well then care to guess how it works in his subconscious mind? Same goddamn way. So I may as well leverage his subconscious mind too now. And tell his ass what the fuck his shit is. So now I'm killing all birds with one stone. I've been doing it anyway. But no one else tells you that. You heard it here first. You only hear it here first. You only hear it here unless they want to regurgitate my information. But this is where you'll hear it from, because I'm the one that knows. They don't. Okay. So there's that. Okay. And so that's where, oh yes, Tyrese, I want to look at your shit. So, and then poor times, you're driving me nuts. You're driving me nuts. I'm so confused. I'm so confused because first you were packing up and you were going to leave and go to your parents' house. Then you were getting on a train tonight and going to your parents' house. Then you said that you're going to leave tomorrow. Then you said you just got home. Which one? Which fucking one is it, bitch? Okay. All right. So it does not make a difference if you say it in your head or you say it out loud when doing the photo method. I like to say it out loud personally because I can say it with a little bit more backbone, okay? A little bit more authority, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can do it either way. It doesn't even matter, okay? All right, so I got a jet because I got a coaching call, which hopefully she's going to tell me some good fucking news. Thanks, Nest. Hopefully she's going to tell me some good fucking news, because if she doesn't, I'm going to wring her fucking neck through the phone. Okay? You're going to do it as often as possible. See, most of you guys are looking for a baseline routine. I'll leave you at this. Most of you guys are looking for a baseline routine. Okay? And that's good. You can have affirming sessions. But the thing is you must check your inner conversations throughout the day. Throughout the day. It's non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable because you're having them throughout the day anyway. So if any time you find that you're having an inner conversation that's going against what you're affirming for, you have to change that inner conversation. Just say, no, I don't believe that, and then change the inner conversation. That's just what you have to do. You can't just be like, oh, well, it's outside of my routine. No, that's not how that works, okay? Okay, good. Good, Laura. I'm glad you're home safely, poor temps, okay? I love you. If you're interested in having me manifest your recipe for you and work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong, all links are in my bio or description. All right, besties, I got a jet. Taylor, bitch, how dare you? Tell your mom to zip it like I put it in her pocket. Just kidding. All right, I love all you besties, and I will see you all in the WhatsApp group and tomorrow. Bye. Well, won't even let me turn this shit off. There's that part. Okay, just